Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Gian from Hostpitality, and today we're going to be talking about those Airbnb experts. If you're an Airbnb host of any size or have been thinking about starting an Airbnb rental business, you've run into ads, emails, or even social media messages from the experts saying, ready to scale your Airbnb business and take it to the next level. Or look how much I made in a month renting on Airbnb. Or, even the classic, I made a six-figure income renting on Airbnb without owning any real estate. That last one really gets you. Needless to say, these are all hooks to get you to click, right? But as a person that's been in the industry for a couple of years, and during those few years I've been in the industry, I've managed over 200 rentals in different geographical regions. So I can really just hear the BS when they spew it out. Probably if you're an experienced host, you can sort of catch it too. If you're new to hosting, are looking to expand, refresh knowledge, or are thinking of starting, let me give you some tools to catch that BS, when they spew it at you and, before you click on anything. There are a few things you can spot to sort of determine if someone knows what they're talking about. And we can definitely name more than three, but I think that these three are the most relevant and the clearest cases that you can sort of spot the telltale signs that you're dealing with one of these experts. All right, so number one, you can't find any other references for the person who's talking to you. So you've looked on LinkedIn, Facebook, even YouTube, just looking where the ad came from or from what channel the ad came from, and you can't seem to find any other profiles, content, anything that could be linked back to trying to create an audience to kind of like gauge if the person knows what they're talking about based on their previous content. If you can't find anything on the person, it could be that they're just an affiliate marketer or there's someone repurposing a course from another person. So yeah, that happens. People repurpose courses all the time. And that's not inherently a bad thing if the course is actually, good content and good value. But they won't be able to help you if something comes up during your course taking. So if you need that resource of a professor or the person who created the course, or if you run into a mental block, you have a particular question that you don't know the answer to. So those little things won't be available with this person that is just repurposing the course or is an affiliate marketer sending you to another course that may be unmanned, right? And that takes us to number two. So they always direct you to their course or their one-pager, right? They're always straight shooting for the sale. And there's nothing wrong to be a straightforward, to the sale person. But, if it comes joined with the number one point, then now you're like, maybe this person doesn't know what they're talking about, right? Or they're just trying to get me to buy something. So you can sort of smell it from where you are right now. At this point, they're just like this salesman that you encounter in the street or you encounter wherever, right? And they're just trying to make the sale without actually bringing you the value that that you're owed, or without bringing any value at all, right? Not researching your needs, not making sure that you're taken care of. It's just the sale and that's it. So other than that, I don't really have that much to say about this one. It's pretty straightforward, and if you can sort of smell or catch that they're going for the sale always and foremost, then you're dealing with one of these experts. So number three, they have some free content, but they won't dive deep into the complexities of, the business model. So, sure, you can say stuff like, hey man, you can't give all your tips and tricks for free, right? So they can't give everything away as free content. And to that I say, yeah, touche. You're right. But you do know what is free and of very high value? Giving a like to this video. Just hit that thumbs up right down there. and that would be greatly appreciated for the YouTube algorithm. That was a great segue. No regrets. But in all seriousness, to that I say, you're right and you're also wrong. Over the course of this channel's lifetime, I'll probably provide you with enough value within the content that if you manage to organize it, package it, you may be in a position where a course, is no longer a viable solution because you already have all the content that would be presented in the course. It's just, all over the place. So, but don't underestimate the task of organizing, linking little tidbits of information across multiple videos, playlists, and channels, because I don't pretend to have all the answers, and I may not provide the 100% of the value that you need for every endeavor that you want to pursue, right? So you have to go through multiple channels to see if the information links up, where you can find things in common and you can prove the different models, right? So you'll soon find out that you would rather, have the structure and organization of a course rather than to organize it and pass through that entire work session by yourself, just making sure that everything's tight and has a cohesive, forward progression. So let's get back to the point because I went on a little bit of a tangent there. So take into consideration that these people, I don't know how to talk today, right? So these people will show you their numbers, they'll show you their revenue, they'll show you, bells and whistles. This is everything that I'm making. Wow, oh God, this is amazing. Why aren't you here? So those types of things. But you're smarter than that, right? So that every business, no matter how great it is, has something underlying that are called costs. So every business has costs. They can show you an amazing amount of revenue and then suddenly, well, what's their NOI, right? What do they keep? What do they take home? Are they not actually good operators or good Airbnb hosts for that matter? And are they just making their money through courses and ad revenue and that sort of thing, right? That's the question that you need to pose yourself. So since you know that the number that the person is showing you is not the true extent of the story, now you can sort of try to assess if this person is an expert. So you know that when you're going into numbers, right? One thing that they're not showing you is the NOI, the net operating income, which the NOI is what is used in real estate, to figure out the property's performance. So, and it comes over to the short-term rental space because, we're dealing with real estate. So, you can go a little bit more granular, right, with the numbers and add the financial costs, but, I wouldn't really recommend it because the NOI formula, the general NOI formula doesn't take into account the financial costs, just the operating costs. So examples of financial costs would be mortgages, rents, and that sort of thing, right? Taxes, for example. Those wouldn't really be operating costs in terms of the NOI formula. So, for context on the NOI formula is the monthly rental revenue minus the monthly operating expenses. So that's your NOI. Now, don't think that these are the only methods to screen an expert. We have to be fair. There are very good teachers and very good operators out there. It's not like everyone that's trying to sell you a course is like they're bad and they don't know what they're doing and they're just trying to sell you something. It's just a matter of screening who knows what and if they actually know what they're claiming that they know. So, all right, let me give you one last bit. So these are 3 things that you can do to know if you're dealing with a good one, right? A good teacher, a good expert, a person who actually knows what they're doing. So number 1, you can research their trajectory, and they are very, very meticulous of taking care of their professional image. Number 2, they provide value first when they talk about their services. It's never a push, right, to take on their services. It's just a suggestion, right? It's like you're seeing my content, you're getting value from the content, and if you want to work with me, that's great. Mazel tov, right? But if you don't and you just want the free content, I'm not gonna be angry or anything. Just take whatever you want and hope it helps, right? And number 3, they always leave the door open, right? This is very important. Never close the door. One thing good experts don't want to do is to forego any future opportunities, right? So maybe it's not the right fit right now, but in the future, maybe you'll align again, and then suddenly, oh, now's the right time. So now we can partner up, or now we can, move on a one-on-one basis, or now you're ready for the stages that I can provide value in. So that's how good experts, just go about the not closing doors. And with that said, that's it for this one. So it would really mean a lot to me if you'd subscribe and, comment your opinion or any experiences that you might have had with, one of these experts. Or if you do know a very good operator or a very good teacher, just comment down below as well. People can use it as reference as they're just trying to go about their day, trying to find a little bit of guidance within this business. And please make sure to like the video. It will be a great help to me and the channel, to continue improving and also evolving the content and the value for you guys. It'll also let me know if this content that I'm providing you guys is something, you guys would deem of value. And if you deem it of value, I would be more than happy to provide it. And that will be all for this one. You can also follow me on Instagram at Hostpitality5, or you could also connect with me on LinkedIn. Just search Hostpitality and I'll be right there. See you in the next one.